Director for LEEA, and we're delighted to announce that as part of Plastic Free July this month, we've asked some of our members what sustainable initiatives they're implementing.
Lancashire has supplied the first ever recycled plastic HMPE slings. We have delivered these to Herema marine contractors, and the feedstock, the base for the polyethylene, has been ethylene extracted from recycled plastic. And at the end of the day, we produced HMPE Dyneema heavy lift slings out of the material, and they have been used now for a few projects at Herema. And we are looking at calculations to reuse them for another project.
What made you come up with this idea?
The idea to come up with this is the sustainability approach. Obviously, we want to be as circular as possible, and we know that HMPE is a material that is very difficult to recycle. So we're trying to find a methodology where we say, okay, we have plastics. Obviously, we have a big bunch of plastics around the world, and we need to do something with it. So this is the first trial. This is the first setup, and we're not there by far, but it is the first attempt. We also have bio-based, which is from forestry pulp left over, that is ethylene extracted as a feedstock also for the HMPE. But this is really a step further, and we are involved in the circularity with Avient to see if we can make it circular and can do chemical recycling of used HMPE slings, so we can extract ethylene again from that as feedstock for new slings.
It's a fantastic scheme. What feedback have you had?
The first concern was if the characteristics of the sling were any different from virgin material versus recycled plastic feedstock. And the feedback is that there is none. It is exactly the same. There's no difference in strength of the sling. There's no difference in behavior of the sling. So the end user doesn't see any different, doesn't encounter any difference in behavior or in characteristics of the sling. It's a positive result. Obviously, it has been studied up front, but it's a positive result that everything is exactly the same.
Do you think more companies will adopt the same method as you?
We do hope so. As I said, it is in its infancy. We are starting with this now, and it is still limited because the cost is higher, so it's still limited. We do try, and we are in discussion with Avient to see how we can bring this a step further and pump up the volume for recycled plastics feedstock and have more slings out in the industry based on this.
Can you tell me about any sustainable initiatives the Barclay Group is doing?
We've got various things that we're doing at the moment. We have our own sustainability lead. We've got our vision targets that we're doing linked to sustainability. On the project, we're looking at sort of recycling PPE. So we're doing that at the moment. Also, we're doing reusable Corex recycle schemes. So the companies can buy back the Corex, reuse it, repurpose it, and reuse it on site. And we're looking also to sort of try and reduce packaging. I think a lot of things come in packaged up, and then it's great for protection, but longevity of it is that it's plastic and one use as well. We're also rolling out water bottles. So try to reduce plastic cups and things like that. So on-site things that are getting used quite a lot, we're trying to go for alternative products on the market.
Reconnect is a cloud software company to help companies within the lifting industry to be safer and more sustainable. A lot of the companies within the lifting industries are required to perform pre-use check, maintenance, thorough examination, and calibration by the authority. However, a lot of these checks are performed mostly with pen and paper. It has created a lot of impact to the environment and is not very efficient. So when Reconnect is strive to solve these problems with digital technology, we help a customer by installing RFID tag to their equipment and easy to use mobile application to perform these checks and generate certificates. When an inspector come over or government official come over and check, they can just quickly find out all the relevant documentation without any pen or plastic container. So we can definitely help to reduce pen, paper, plastic usage. So let's work together to make our work environment safer and our living environment greener.
We're coming up to Plastic Free July month. Do you have any initiatives you can share on this topic?
Yeah, I mean, currently within our department, we use a lot of plastic inspection tags. I mean, we're managing currently 70 to 80,000 individual lifting accessories across the UK. These are inspected every 3 to 6 months. So, you know, we're talking hundreds of thousands of plastic inspection tags. So we are currently looking at the market and looking at alternative tagging options, and we are trying to drive this initiative forward. But at the moment, we're not quite there yet because we're having some supply chain issues and cost issues, and it's ultimately trying to reduce that cost to make it more viable option to our client base. But again, it's something ongoing that we are aware of and we're trying to work towards.